All right, good afternoon, or well, good morning actually, and we're preparing at Gospel Light Baptist Church for our third annual Hometown Hero Day, and folks that watch our Sunday afternoon broadcast from the Cade Center know a lot and heard me talk about our church and heard me talk about our pastor, mostly good things, but I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to actually sit down with him and spend a few minutes more than usual and just pick his brain and see what he has to say about things and why he's here. Just a little sit-down type interview. So without further ado, this is our pastor, Wade Cash. He's been the pastor here for 15 years. 15. And we've been here for a little over 10. And so we're just excited about what God's doing with our church. And Pastor, tell us a little bit about the church.
The church was started started in 1998. And then I came here in 2004, been here 15 years. And this building that we're sitting in now, was built in 98. The fellowship hall was built in 2004. You know, good church, we're out in the country, kind of difficult to get to at times, but, you know, we're only about a mile and a half from downtown Jackson. So the church is doing well. You know, it's been a lot of fun to pastor.
Oh, that's really neat. You know, that brings me to this next question. This is where you grew up, right?
Yeah, Jackson.
Born and raised Jackson.
Yeah, raised in Jackson. I went to Northside High School over here, graduated in 81, way back in the day. But yeah, this is my home. My mom and daddy worked here for many, many years, and Jackson is home.
What's it like pastoring in your hometown?
Very unusual. When I think about it, it's not really unusual. It's the fact that, I didn't get saved when I was 19, so I still met a lot of people that knew me before I got saved, and we have some interesting conversations, to say the least, about those days.
I guess that'll be for an interview for another day.
Yeah, we don't want to get too far. But I got saved when I was 19. I went off to Memphis and got saved, and then went to Bible college there. And it's been a thrill to come back to my hometown. And it is different because, you meet folks that knew you when you were a kid, and as you get older, you hope that folks that knew you as a kid still like you when you're an adult. But we've seen God do some good things here, so we're excited about it.
Okay. Gospel Light Baptist Church hosts a couple of really big events each year. I mean, they're probably the pinnacle of our year outside of all the other things that we do. What are they, and when are they being held? What are the dates for them?
Well, the first one, the biggest one that we do is the one that we're going to have Sunday, all right? It's our Hometown Hero Day. And then we do a fall festival, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. But probably the biggest day that we do is our Hometown Hero, which is the day that we set aside to honor our law enforcement, our firefighters, our EMS, Red Cross, any kind of first responder organization. These folks, the Bible says to give honor to whom honor is due. And these folks will definitely do honor. I come from a law enforcement family. My son is a state trooper. My brother's a retired state trooper. When you have that in your family, you understand some of the difficulties and some of the struggles, and especially with today's society, how that there are some struggles with authority figures. These guys and ladies are it's just well worthy of our honor.
So you pretty much say that because of your family background, that's what motivated you to want to host this event, or were there other factors playing into it?
I think the primary one would be my family, obviously. But when I was up in Iowa, I pastored 7 years in Seymour, Iowa, we had a church full of first responders. Most of them were firemen, or they were emergency medical staff. And being in a rural area, it was all volunteer staff. And I could remember numerous Sundays when all the beepers would start going off, and about 8 or 10 of them would get up and walk out, and rushing to a call or whatever, and seeing some of the difficulties, and then having to do some counseling afterwards. With some of the folks that saw some of the how do I put this? Well, some of the most difficult scenes, like when there's actions involving children or things of that sort. And you understand that even when the call is over, it's really not over in their heart and mind. They have to deal with these things. And so then coming here, and like I said, my son now is in law enforcement, the state trooper, my brother, you understand some of the battles that they go through. So we just want to take a Sunday where we honor them. They don't have to come here and do anything. They just come and get loved on and appreciated. And it's just a day to think of what they do for us.
Okay. how big, I mean, really, how big is this event? You say it's the biggest one of the year. How big is it? What agencies are involved?
Well, we'll have the Highway Patrol, Tennessee Patrol. We'll have Jackson Police Department, Madison County Sheriff's Department. The Madison County Fire Department will be here. I think Life Flight will be here. A lot of our ambulances and the Red Cross. Oh wow, I'm just trying to think of. We have military. We have a gentleman in our church that will be deployed next month, and we have a lot of military guys that will come. So it's just pretty much all the ones when you think were first responders, they're going to be here.
Okay. These events. Tell us a little bit about the Fall Festival you mentioned.
That's something we've done probably for, I don't know, 13, 14 years, I guess. And it's just a time for us to have people come out in the community. We'll have hay rides. There'll be a jumping balloon for the kids, different candy in the hay games, just a bonfire. Be all kind of fun stuff for them to do. We always have a chili cook-off, which is a lot of fun. A ton of food will be here. And it's even like tomorrow with a Hometown Hero. One thing about this church here, they know how to cook and they know how to enjoy fellowship. And when people come, they get loved on, and it's just a huge thing. We've had as many as about 300 out here before for our fall festival. We've kind of backed off the last couple of years just because it's so overwhelming at times with our facilities not being capable of handling that. But you know, it's just a good time. Bring the family out, man. That's all. Let's see, this year it'll be October the 25th, be a Friday night. We'll start about 6 o'clock. Man, just bring the kids out, let them have fun. They'll go home with a ton of candy, and you can sit and fellowship and get to meet folks. It's just a good time.
Well, I see how the Fall Festival will be conducive to, you know, the folks in the community coming out. But this Hometown Hero, you're wanting to honor first responders and law enforcement. Could the general public are they welcome to come for that as well?
Absolutely. And the thing about this Hometown Hero Day is that we have a time where, well, let me just kind of lay it out for you. We'll start at 11 o'clock for the worship service. We'll end approximately, 12 thereabout, give or take 5 or 10 minutes. And then we go to our fellowship hall and we have a meal for these guys and these ladies and all the people in attendance. Then after the meal, there will be time what we come refer to as a touch and truck time, where you can go out and you can interact with the firefighters and the law enforcement, and there'll be 4 helicopters here from the Highway Patrol, from the Jackson Police Department, and I think 2 Life Flight choppers will be here. And the kids can go out and interact with them. We have a big 18-wheeler from the Highway Patrol, which I don't even know what all's inside that thing, but I know it's going to be a lot of fun. The kids will get to interact with it. And as far as the having the community come in, man, we invite everyone to come, because what better time when you get your children get to meet these hometown heroes in an environment where they can talk to them and they can interact, they can ask questions, and they can. Last year we had a canine officer here. Man, he was just a great guy and took time with the kids to talk to them about what the dog did and different things. So I'd encourage everyone, not just our hometown heroes, but even the community to come and be a part of this. You'll really enjoy it.
Who are some of the other people that were going to be here? I heard that there's going to be some other individuals here that most people would not normally be able to see and meet.
We invited some of our political figures. I invited Congressman Kustoff. I got to meet him 3 or 4 years ago in Washington D.C. And man, what a gracious guy. He cannot come, but he is sending one of his staff members here. We will have with us, what I understand, we'll have Senator Ed Jackson, our state senator here. He'll be here with us. And we should invite all the different dignitaries to come and be a part of this day as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Well, let me ask you, this is where it gets down to the nitty gritty. If we want folks to come, they need to know about where we're at and how to get here. What is the specific church address, and where can they call or go to for more information?
Okay. Our address is 627 Boone Lane. That's 627 Boone Lane here in Jackson. You put in your GPS, takes you right to it. Or if you want some different directions or more detailed directions, you can call the church office at 731-427-0030. We have a Facebook page, which is just Gospel Light Baptist Church, Jackson, Tennessee. We have a website, which is glbjackson.com. glbjackson.com has a map on there as well. You can just call, or you can even email. Go to our website, you'll see the email there. Facebook messages, however you want to do it. But the church address is 627 Boone Lane. Pretty easy to get to. When you get here, you think we're out in the country. But it is kind of easy to get to. We're only about a mile from downtown Jackson. And, man, we'd love to have everyone come out and be part of this day for us.
We're excited about it. We're looking forward to it. We're nearing the end of the interview. Is there one last bit of information that you want to get up, maybe I haven't asked, but something that you'd like the general public to know?
Well, I just want you to know that here at Gospel Light Baptist Church, we love people. We want to impact people's lives for Christ. And, having a day like this is a time where our law enforcement, firefighters, and all of our first responders can come and just interact. But it's also a time that we can serve them, and we can thank them. And I think when you come to Gospel Light Baptist Church, you'll find a church that likes to serve. You'll find a church that likes to care about people. And obviously we want to honor Christ first. And so we're just a small country church, but at the same time, we're focused on reaching folks with the gospel of Christ. And the most important thing we do is try to point people to Jesus Christ and then help them with their life afterwards, building and going forward and being what God wants them to be. So again, man, would love to have you come out tomorrow, be with us here at our Hometown Hero Day. Bring your family, man, bring the kids, call your neighbors, just have them come. This is a great, great time.
We're excited about it. We're looking forward to it. And so if you have a free moment tomorrow, or if not, make time. Come by and see us. We'd love to see y'all here. We're excited about a church that is doing something for God, is not just sitting in the pews, hearing preaching, doing a little singing, and then going home. They're active, they're involved, and they're reaching out to the community. And that's refreshing to know that there are still churches that want to serve God and want to please Him and want to reach others for Christ. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.